What are some of the formulas that you've developed towards the goal of changing the incentive structures?
I come from a family of problem solvers. My dad was an inventor. It was instilled in me very early on that the questioning of why for everything, and like my father, like myself, things drive me nuts when they don't make sense. And I always believe there's a better way to do things, and I'm always looking for that better way. Why did that happen? Well, is there a better way to do that? If we do that, can we lead to a better outcome in situation? So my life has been about asking and questioning why, and being an entrepreneur for as long as I have. It all comes around about is there a way to solve this issue or solve an issue in a better way that others haven't potentially thought about. So over the years, and especially over the last couple of years, I've tried to um, do what I've done in solving problems in the cryptocurrency space, which is building products that empower people with the tools they need to be in control of their lives, and doing it in a way that I never we build wallets that don't ever hold customer funds, because in the crypto space it's all about being in control of your own stuff. It's not relying on someone else to be your bank or to it. So we had to develop products that aligned with my principles of, well, we want to design products that the user is in full control of their keys, and we're not taking custodianship of something. And I try to avoid regulatory issues as much as possible. So by putting the user in control, we're also not having to take custodianship, and we don't need to be registered as a custodian. And that helps solve problems as well by doing that too. So over the years, trying to do things differently, it's more challenging because things have been done usually a way that's that's just the way things have always been, and that's the way that people see it. But I always try to say, is there a better way? Is there a way of thinking outside of the box that's going to create a better outcome? So that's how I build my technology tools and products that service millions of people around the world with our products in the crypto space. But over the last couple of years, it was more about how do I take what I've got and how do I put it into a general problem-solving formula to be able to take this formula and have different processes, all based around my principles, and using this accumulation of tools over the years and life lessons to develop a new type of problem-solving formula. That's ultimate goal is to add the world as a stakeholder to any problem I'm solving and create a win-win-win-win-win-win-win for all stakeholders involved, which I believe then leads to creations of movements. Because people, if you're doing something that's helping a person solve their problem, and they realize by joining you, their life is better on a reoccurring basis, that's a long-term motivation for them to continue supporting what you're doing, because the more that they support you, the more their life is improved, the more that they're going to continue to help out. So it's the idea of solving problems which impact the most amount of people and improve their lives, and getting them on board to join you in these movements that are then become self-sustaining, and the rest of the world starts picking up on it because there's a new way of looking at things that everybody seems to be involved in having a win. So I've kind of put it down into a package, into something I call perfect formula, which is the objective is to get as close to 100%, no matter what it is you're involved in, whether it's a business or whether it's a new venture or whether it's a small problem. It's how do you check all the boxes and get as close to 100% of a perfect situation that you've covered all the bases and you've created a winning state for as many people as possible.
You've been listening to the Gold Silver Bitcoin podcast. To listen to this episode uninterrupted, click the link in the description or go to goldsilverbitcoin.com and shop our selection of precious metals, blockchain tools, and survival gear. Thanks for listening, and remember, it's your choice.